Howdy everyone, how's it going? My name is Milken Jr. and welcome to a game called Firewatch. Now, I'm guessing that this is a game about that you're a person out in a public park pretty much, like one of those national parks, where you're a firefighter person that's watching out for fires. So let's get into this and see what this game is about. Now, I've watched a couple people start playing this, but I never finished watching them because I wanted to try the game out myself. And it actually happened to be free for me when I got onto my PlayStation. So I went and grabbed it, and I haven't played it yet. So I decided I'd record it for you guys, and so that way we can get into it. Corporation, blah, blah, blah. Sorry about that. I kind of got distracted. Boulder, Colorado, 1975. I actually live in Colorado myself, so that's actually convenient. And I don't live too far from Boulder either. You see Julia. I see Julia. Hi, Julia. How's it going? Do I have to do something? Okay, I have to do something there. She's about your age, late 20s, laughing with what? With well-dressed professors and grad students from nearby CU Boulder. You, Henry, are out drinking with your pals. You approach her. You are drunk. So, what are you... Oh, major? Let's do that one. You slurred the word major and it smells like Coors. You give an awkward smile. Evolutionary biology, she says, and I'm a professor. Cool, you reply. What's yours, she asks. She sniffs the air. Technology? I actually like toxology, I mean. Sorry, not technology. I don't know why it's a technology. Ignore what I just said. Was that a burn, you ask? She says differently. Worried she hurt your feelings, she asks you if you want to split a cheeseburger. 1 week later, you are Julia's boyfriend. Wow, so I walked up to a lady and was drunk and actually got her to date me. That's actually convenient. Oh, am I doing something now? I am doing something now. R2 to pick up backpack. Okay, I got my backpack. Tossing backpack on. I wonder why I had to grab a backpack. Ding! Ooh. Creepy garage. I didn't know that this was going to be a horror game. What the hell? Why is this so scary? Am I supposed to get in that truck back there? Let's walk forward and see. Looks like it. Okay, let's get in the truck. Since there's no one else here. I wonder if this is my building now. That's why it's only got one vehicle in it. That's my vehicle. I actually like the older trucks. They look pretty nice. You date for over a year. She drives you absolutely nuts. It's great. You move in. You share an apartment near the school with a view of the mountains. You two drink beers out on the deck. You drink beer just about anywhere. Life is good. Yes, it seems like it is very good. Julia wants to get a dog. Ooh, a dog. There's a scruffy, undersized beagle. Julia is in love. She wants to bring it with her to class. There's also an intimidating but gentle-eyed German shepherd. Nothing bad could happen to Julia while walking this dog. It's badass. So let's see. Should I get the dog that she wants to actually take with her to class, or should I get the dog that will protect her? And my dog that I've always wanted my whole entire life, a shepherd. Now, that's actually a hard choice. I think I might go with the shepherd. Because I've always wanted a German shepherd. Even though I got two pesky cats right now. That do nothing but bother me. But I love them. Because they're like my children. Anyways. Mayhem's an excellent dog. He loves wrestling with you in the park and goes with Julia on her runs. Even though he's too big to bring to school, Julia loves him all the same. Mayhem is a friend, child, and pet all rolled into one. Yep, that's how my cats are to me. Especially my boobers, wherever he went. He was just staring at me. You talk about out on the deck. It's summer, 9:30 p.m. and the heat still radiates off the high desert. Desert? Wait, what? I didn't know Colorado had a desert. Maybe it did back in 1979, but still that's kind of questionable. But anyways, what do you think about kids, she asks. I don't know. Kids, they're not very smart or good at much. Saying if you and I have a couple little idiots. I thought that sounds like a pretty good idea. I actually had one coming, but we lost her in the process. But we're not giving up, so that would be a pretty good idea. In that case, we should probably get married. Yeah, I would like that, you said. These kids are going to be screwed up enough. It's probably for the best that their parents are hitched. You say she's absolutely right. Yes, I do. She is correct. I got some big ass hands, but like I said, I can't get over how nice these trucks look. Yeah, I would love to have a nice old truck like that. It's hard to find one in good condition, too. At least for sale and for a good, decent price. So do not forget to check in. You're in their country. Learn to live with bears. And there's a map there. Can't really. Oh, there we go. I gotta get like right up on it. Two Forks Lookouts. Cottonwood Creek. I'm gonna guess that this is the area that we're in. Yeah, I'm gonna guess so. That we're gonna be playing most of the game in, because there's a cache there, so there's two caches. Whatever the caches are, I have no clue. Yeah, no fireworks are allowed. Our thoroughfare trail is not recommended for inexperienced hikers. Thoroughfares, blah blah blah. I can't really read most of that because it's all kind of pixelated because it's too small. Anyways, let's move on. Oh, another cutscene of talking. It's Thursday night and Julia is 4 hours late. She doesn't call. You're worried and getting angry by the minute. She walks in after you've gone to bed. She's not quite drunk, but she's clearly been having a fun time. You fight when she gets between the sheets. No, that's actually a hard choice. Do I get mad at her and just get out of the way, or do I ignore her? Now, I know my half in real life probably would never do something like that because she's not very much of a drinker, and she doesn't like being ignored either. She would kill me if I just ignored her. She'd also kill me if I got mad at her. So it's not a win-win situation there. You don't touch each other all night. The next day you feel guilty for being so angry and ask about her evening. She says it was great. You hold on to a tiny pill of resentment. Why a pill? What? Okay. You make some coffee and go to work. I wonder if this is my job that I'm doing right now. No, maybe, I don't know. Julia still likes to draw. She draws plants from her research. She draws all the places you go. She draws you. You pose and flex like a He-Man. Oh yeah, I'm strong and mighty. You look awesome. Hell yeah, I do. That's right. I do look awesome. Let's see. Now I'm walking in the forest. Alrighty. Sorry, for some reason my clock keeps messing up. And I do like the graphics. They actually look pretty good for being a game like it is. I haven't really read too much into it, so I am going to Two Forks. I was correct about that map, because I did see Two Forks on there. Cool. X to climb over obstacles. Ah! Oop. I got some thick, short, chubby legs, too. 1982. During the summer, you and Julia enjoy walking mayhem at nights. There was a festival in town. It brings in folks from faraway places. One of them tries to mug you with a knife. Fuck dog. Mayhem runs away. Julia yells, She gets flustered and has trouble speaking when she is stressed. You confront the attacker. I beat his goddamn face in, because I'm a badass. Your arm gets cut, but you beat the guy to a pulp. You don't feel very tough. You cry your eyes out before the cops show up. I thought I was a tough man. What the hell? Julia asks to take a different path from that day forward. Sure, why not? You say okay. You don't want to go that way either. From then on, you walk by the river. Okay? Well, that took a wicked twist there. Plans to have kids get waylaid by work. Aw, that's sad. Julia gets offered a job at Yale. Yale is in Connecticut, 2,000 miles away. It's a great job, associate department's chair. She wants to move. You absolutely do not. Agree if she commutes back and forth. How could she commute back and forth from Colorado to Connecticut? That's actually quite a long drive, or an expensive flight back and forth. So I honestly don't know. I don't want to talk her out of a dream job that she wants to do. I also don't want to force her to commute back and forth, spending the money that we may or may not have. It's a bad choice. Damn, that's actually a difficult one too. I don't know. Well, I guess agree, because she wants to do it, and I'll fork over the money for it. You ask her if she'll commute back and forth. You don't want to move to Connecticut. She says that it'll be hard, but she'll do it if you won't move. You tell her not to pass it up if it's what she wants. She agrees. She flies back to Boulder 3 times each semester. So she does at least come back and visit me. That's a good thing. Totally doesn't forget about me. Julia is sent home from Yale on paid leave after having an episode. She lost it on a colleague for borrowing books that were important to her research. That was in 1985, a couple years later. She didn't remember she had happily loaned them to him just 2 days prior. Uh-oh, that's not good. It's actually turning quite worse than it should be. She was found crying in the stairwell. You say that maybe you guys should talk to someone about it. You make macaroni and drink wine and try to forget about it. Let's talk to someone, because that's always the best thing to do. Don't just forget about it. Always go over the problems that are going on in your life. After seeing multiple doctors and having many tests, they are worried that Julia might be suffering from earlier onset dementia. She is 41. You both decide to keep it a secret for now. No, that's actually something I wouldn't keep a secret. I would actually try and do something about it. I mean, there's probably not much that you can do. Let's see. Ah, there I am posing nude, strong, muscly man. Okay then. I don't know why they're showing that. Man was getting older. He's got silver hair down his back and slows down at night. You and Julia walk him to the bar to see your friends. It feels like nothing has changed. Julia goes back to the university. See, but she'll just end up having another episode, which isn't good. That's why you should never keep things secrets like that. You should at least let someone know, so that way they know how to handle it. Julia's affliction gets worse. She can't remember things in class. Her research is in shambles. She drives her car to the next town over for no particular reason and has to be brought home by the police. She is devastated. She is sent home on permanent medical leave. See, that's just not good. I mean, I would have kept her home. I would have kept her at home, taking care of her. Some days you get the Julia who calls you a dope and your unborn children little idiots. Other days you get a stranger. She pulls you into bed to make love. After 5 minutes she goes into a panic, believing her dad is at the door. Tell her family. They are crushed and begin to make trips to and from their home in Australia to visit her. So her family's from Australia. So she's an Australian person. I wonder if I'm a native of Colorado. Like I am myself. I'm a native of Colorado. For a while your friends come by with little things to brighten the day. She gets worse. So, now this is actually a completely sad story. I have nothing to relate to this. I've never had really a family with dementia or anything like that. Now I do have a family member that is going through a mental breakdown, and that's my mom. She had one back when I was younger because she wasn't able to see me nor my little brother. All she had was my older sister because my older brother was in jail, and she just couldn't take it anymore of not seeing us. So she just was devastated and she couldn't take it anymore, so she lost it. She almost lost everything too, if it wasn't for her friends and family that were with her. And so, anyways, so she gets worse. You spend your days following Julie around the house. You count the seconds between the 2 weekly visits from Daniel the nurse. He suggests that Julia could live somewhere else, somewhere with 24-hour care at home, sits with you for a couple months, and you decide to move her into a full-time care facility, or you are determined to take care of her by yourself. Now, I'm working a job and everything. It's going to be hard for me to be able to take care of her, and I want to know that she's being well taken care of and that everyone is on the happy side. And I would go visit her every day, basically. I'd take care of her. I'd probably even try and see if I can live with her. Especially if this is like my job back then too. I don't know. So I really didn't watch that person's episode that I was watching. I just saw that it looked like a really good game, so I thought I'd run into it and see what it looked like. And I still can't get over how good this looks and everything. So beautiful graphics. The way they have the animals, perfect almost, and everything else in general. It just looks good. It looks extremely good. Her family agrees with your decision. You find a fantastic place in Boulder and move her there. You see her every day. Then every other day. I would still see her every day, not every day, other day. You go out to the bar with your old friends. It's not the same. You get the feeling that every wife tells her husband, if you ever put me in a home like Henry did, I will cut your balls off. That's actually kind of funny, but sad at the same time because I know with the stable state that anyone can be in, it's not healthy for you, nor is it healthy for the other person to be in a unstable house, such as financially, especially if you're trying to take care of her and pay the bills. You slowly decide not to see your old friends that much. I'd still see my friends, but Julia's sister Susan moves to Boulder to be close to her. She visits her every day. You go with her some of the time. Susan buys you an old typewriter and urges you to use it if you won't see a therapist, which you won't. Yeah. I probably wouldn't either. I don't really talk to therapists. You've always really liked Susan. Months go by. Bucket dies. And I actually had to real quick restart because my recording had crashed and I had to start it over again. So I just thought a really quick run to where I was, and I accidentally chose a different dog. So I have Bucket now instead of Mayhem. Julia doesn't remember him when you tell her. Sometimes it takes her a minute to lock you in on you. In the back of your mind, you believe it's because you see her less and less, and seeing her less and less makes her forget you more, you think. Summer is coming and you see an ad in the paper for a job. I'm going to guess actually that it's this job, I guess, where I'm out in the forest. It's pretty nice. I mean, I would totally be willing to work out in the forest and enjoy the outdoors, because I'm an outdoors type. I love being outside. I love doing all kinds of stuff outside. I love running around. But I also love playing video games, which is kind of hard for me. Especially once I get a proper place for recording, I might try and do a little recording outside for, I don't know, but wow. I still can't get over how awesome this looks. It almost looks realistic. Now, if I had like maybe the VR system and this game ran with the VR system, I wonder how it would look. If it would look nice and everything else in general. Because honestly, I think it would look really nice. So let's head on upstairs and see what it looks like. I also like the textures. Looks pretty good. They did a really good job on this game, I do have to say. For being a kind of game like it is, pretty good. Open the door. It's dark in here. Is there a power? A pine cone. I can drop it or examine with the L1 button. Oh yeah, look at that acorn. Look at the back of my hand. It's so hairy. Drop. I just kind of like tossed it on the ground. Another bank cone. Cookbook. National Forest Guidebook. Water jug. Interesting. So, how do I turn on the power? There's a tree thing. Aha, generator switch. There we go. Oh wow. One
Hello,
little
Two
light.
Forks Tower.
Hi. Who said that? Radio. Yeah, flip it around. There you go. Reply. Hold down L2 to activate radio. Choose dialogue. There we go.
Hello?
Let go.
Whoever this is?
It's Henry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Definitely.
Delilah.
Hi,
That's
Delilah.
what the guy said on the phone.
So, what's wrong with you?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
People take this job to get away from something. So, what's wrong?
What's wrong with you?
That's a great idea. Go ahead.
Look, I just hiked for 2 days, so I don't really follow whatever it is you're doing right now.
You take a stab at what's wrong with me.
Fine, then can I sleep forever?
Sure, buddy. Okay, now go ahead.
Let's see. You killed 3 ex-husbands. That's actually kind of crazy, and she'd probably be jealous she killed 3 ex-husbands. You're rebelling against Mom. Nobody back home can stand you.
You're just
Rebelling.
gonna wait me out on this? Ugh, fine.
Hey, I was about to choose
I'm gonna
something.
take
You didn't give
second
me a
here and have
chance.
guess about you. Let's see. I don't know anything about you. I say
Good.
you got fired from your job and have finally decided to write your novel. That's the sort of bullshit reason you'll find a man out in the woods.
Good night.
No. Well,
Welcome to the job.
okay, guys, that's actually where I'm going to leave this video off. If you guys liked it, punch that like button in the face. And if you guys want to see some more of this, put a comment down below. Let me know. That would be awesome. Thank you. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.